What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another regular Anime Guys Attack on Titan review discussion for episode 69. Join me today is my own group of devils from Paradise Island. Up first, we got the holders of the flame of truth, the man with the facts and nothing but the facts, our guy Nesto. He's here with us this week. Nesto, tell the people how you doing.
I'm doing well. How's everybody else?
We're doing all right, man. We're doing all right. Again, we've got a small squad today. It's just three of us. So next up on the list, last but not least, you better never tell her about her, ask her about her day, or tell her that she's wrong. The number 3 on the meanest females list that Nesto knows, Miss At What the Fuck Quad, the bearer of hatred. Miss At What the Fuck Quad. Quad, go ahead and say what's up to the people.
What's up? I hate this.
Oh man. Of course, we just finished the episode ourselves over on twitch.tv/regulargamingguys_. If you didn't know, every Sunday for the last few Sundays, we've been doing getting together to do a watch along of that week's current episode. Happens at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time normally. Of course, this week was kind of late because some stuff happened. We're going to keep doing this until the season's over. As I said, this is a full review discussion of the Attack on Titan episode 69, so we will be in full spoiler mode for everything that has happened up to this point. However, we are anime only watchers, so please no comments about future manga spoilers in the YouTube comments or in the chat on Twitch if you're watching live. But wherever you're watching this, definitely leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Nesto, since you're here this week, I'll start with you, bro. What'd you think of this week's episode?
Yeah, I think it was like horseshit. I didn't really like it. The only thing that like was confusing me for some reason was I didn't understand like them having to save Historia. Like, do they mean save her as in like if she becomes a Titan, she could die?
Say that one more time.
You remember like when they were on like the train, or
Yeah.
they were like they were on the train, and then excuse me. When Han shows up and she says, "Yeah, that other country isn't going to work with us."
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, so does that mean we have to sacrifice Historia?" And they said, "Yes." I didn't understand like that whole thing. I didn't understand how like them not being able to work with that country meant Historia has to be sacrificed.
So I think what the sacrifice is what that means is that they have to turn Historia into a Titan, and since they have to turn her into a Titan, she's only going to have 13 years left to live, and so I think that's the sacrifice that they didn't want to make with her. And she was going to have to get pregnant first, and then they were going to have to like turn her into a Titan, so that way they can continue to pass on like the royal lineage, and bloodline stuff.
But how does working with the other countries stop that from happening?
Because I'm assuming that gives them more, like they would be able to build up their military more.
Okay.
As opposed to having to work with just what they have, which since they don't have the rest of they don't have the other people on their side anymore. It seems like they're gonna have to like rely on whatever this. Did y'all catch what the rumbling was?
I assumed that the rumbling was the mining for the stuff.
I thought the rumbling was the release of the Titans.
Okay. That's okay. I mean, both of those kind of make sense. I'd have to go back and look at it again to get a better answer, but I'm not sure. So when they were talking about the rumbling, I was like, all right, whatever this rumbling is, and then turning Historia into a Titan. I guess that makes sense because then she could like control the Titans that they send out or whatever. But yeah, Qual, what do you think of this episode?
I thought they opened up a few things, I guess, like the whole like Mikasa thing, like she's a descendant of, I don't know, royal people
Or whatever.
They got natural resources in Paradise.
Yeah.
Or Paradise. The fucking Historia's pregnant.
Yeah, that was funny. I thought that was kind of funny.
But it was so funny because last week I was saying that we needed her to have babies.
Yeah, so when that part happened, I started laughing. I was like, we just talked about this last week. That's hilarious. How do you feel about Mikasa being royalty for whatever she's for this other country?
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I think it's random for sure.
Yeah.
Because I never knew that I never even noticed that she was wearing like something covering her wrist. I think
yeah.
I mean, the scarf always distracted me, so maybe that's just something I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Niccolo, he being kind of sketch.
Yeah, now that he was in that giving up that bottle of wine, I was like, all right, dude, what are you doing? Clearly, you're not supposed to be down here, so why are you down here?
Yeah, you been a little sketchy, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, and Armin's like, hey, bro, if we gotta kill him, we gotta kill him.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that was a turn of character. It is. I mean, what's funny is like in comparison to like last week versus this week, I thought last week was good because it left us with just as many questions as it answered. So we ended up on like a kind of an even slate, and I felt like I left with something important. And this episode, I feel like I didn't leave too much. I didn't leave with too much that I needed to know. If that makes sense.
New shit. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But what was confusing me was like, oh, here's a flashback. Here's something that's happening now. Here's a flashback. Here's something that's happening now. But Aaron now he's just being. You see how
weird? He being crazy.
Yeah.
He being crazy.
He like, bro, I could literally leave whenever I want. like what is the real plan? Like that's what the fuck I want to know.
Yeah. Do you think Hanji was trying to get something out of him down here while she was down there? Or was she just down there to like observe?
She was annoying this shit. I mean, she always does that though.
Yeah, that's kind of like her character.
What are you saying? Why are you saying that? What are you doing? I'm like, bro.
Why are you saying it twice? Does that mean there's two battles?
Like fight? Like, are you fighting us and fighting them? Like, what's the fights for? Like, let me know.
What exactly going on?
He like, what are you here for?
Do you think who Victoria like is having a kid with plays any kind of like importance at all, or do you think they just talked about it briefly just for the story's sake?
Well, it's Attack on Titan, so like I'm sure like if they wanted to bring in like make it important, it's going to be important. I think it might be, especially considering this scene right here where these guys are sitting around, these military professionals are sitting around at the table talking about like who she got pregnant by. I feel like he might play a key role or whatever.
What if that dude was like slowly poisoning them with the wine?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so Quad, to your point that you were talking about before, with like I like not liking how they were doing like flashbacks and then like current time and then flashback and a current time. I didn't like it either because there was a point in the episode where I was like, oh, so this is happening. There was the scene in the desert where they're setting up the railroads. Like right before I realized that like Sasha was actually still there, I was like, is this now, before or is this behind? Like you started the episode with a 2 years ago thing, and then like randomly in the episode jumped back to the present. So it's like I don't know. This one's just, it's funny because I really feel like it's a complete turn from last week. Where last week I was cool with it being kind of like a one of these like relaxed episodes and kind of just giving us a little bit of background. But this week, like I don't know, I just really feel like it was off. Like it was just off.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that I don't know. I'm not gonna say that I don't like it. Like if I was binging this, because that's what I feel like it is. It's like I'm not binging this, so I have to wait for something else to happen. If I was binging this, I wouldn't care about this episode. I'd be like, oh, this is blah blah blah, and then jump into whatever is next, learning the whole story like at one time, and that wouldn't bother me. But because I have to wait week to week, it's like annoying.
Yeah.
Ooh, hold up. What else happened? Damn.
For everything that did happen, there was like almost nothing that happened in this episode. I mean, we didn't get any more on Zeke. Like, oh, well, I guess we did learn about what Zeke's original plan was, didn't we? It was somewhere around here.
Yeah, he needed the two countries, the island, and then the other country to do something, and then it was
the Beast Titan.
Yeah. What's her name? Historia was gonna eat the Beast Titan.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
This is a sample of its power and show the world its devastation.
That has to be
next is here's its cooperation.
I do think like Mikasa and this other country is gonna end up playing like a bigger role because like I would like for them to, because like we really don't know a lot about the Ackermans, and like I keep forgetting that guy's name, but when they're on the back of the train, he was like, you can't eat the Titan, or you can't eat Eren because we don't even know.
Yeah.
John.
John.
Yeah, he's saying like we don't even know what Ackermans are. And then I don't know. And then like seeing her being a descendant of like, you know, that bloodline too. I feel like they put it in there for a reason.
Yeah.
See, I do think that it's gonna play a bigger role. I personally didn't care for like she already had the Ackerman thing. Like I was already cool with her being an Ackerman, and like us finding out, like us knowing that the Ackermans were like these random like badass group of people, sort of similar to like how in One Piece there's the initial D. Like if there's the initial D in your name, like you're part of like this lineage that's like, you know, crazy strong or whatever, or meant to like change the world or something like that. I was cool with her having that. Like I didn't need, like I feel like, I don't know, I just feel weird about like her getting this like extra title added to her name. Like I just feel like it's similar to the Mulan conversation that we've had a couple of times, Quad. Like it's just, it doesn't make sense. Like you don't need this extra piece of information about her to make her more interesting or more important. She's already important because of how important she is to the main character.
Right. And how he wouldn't even be alive.
Pretty
One
much,
thing I
yeah.
know is why the fuck he was laughing. Like when they asked that, I was like, yeah, I thought maybe he just like went mad or something. Like he was just like, but I thought it was kind of funny because she did say meat. So I was like, maybe that's what it is. Like, haha, classic Sasha, and that's why he laughed.
Exactly. So that's why I thought it was weird that he asked like, why was Aaron laughing? Because that was Sasha's thing, is like she was always worried about eating or whatever, and then like meat was like one of her favorite things to eat, and she was, you know, constantly, that was like her phrase or whatever. So like for that to be the last thing that she says, you know, I took it as Aaron laughing at not at the situation, but laughing at like the fact that even in death, like that Sasha is still true to who she was. And so I did feel like it was kind of weird that they were upset about, like I understand Connie and John being upset about Sasha not needing to die because Sasha dying because Aaron went over there against everybody else's will. I get that, but I didn't get the whole like why was he upset about Aaron laughing, because like I mean everybody has the right to, you know, grieve however they want to grieve, but I mean at the same time like Aaron is clearly like this scene right here is clearly showing signs of like something is not, like he's not as together as we originally, or at least as I originally thought he was.
Yeah, oh no.
But I'm still with it though.
Oh yeah, I'm still with the shits.
Yeah, like
oh yeah, and that's well, last week we were kind of upset. When I was kind of upset that Aaron wasn't the one who like solely had this plan. Like it was kind of just Zeke's idea. Like at first we were like, oh man, Aaron is really just like doing the damn thing, and to find out it was like Zeke's whole plan the entire time, kind of disappointing.
But what if Aaron's like just using Zeke though?
I don't know, man.
That's
I don't know.
That's a possibility.
I mean, but see, I feel like it's getting kind of sketchy where they're trying to make us think that Zeke is gonna, and then they said something about Yelena right here.
Yeah.
And
about
it was like
Yelena being weird. Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. Even in the beginning when she was like, I forget what she said in the beginning, but she kind of, I don't know, man. They trying to make everybody kind of sketchy. I think the next episode is going to be boring as hell.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're back at the beginning of the season where like, you know, those first like 3 or 4 episodes were kind of like build up and put story together or build us up to get to like a crazy moment. Because I mean we have this week, next week. Let me look up the calendar. Yeah, this week, next week, and then I think the last episode for the first 10 episodes ends. Oh no, well I guess the first 10 episodes ends on the 5th of March. I think that's the last one. Has it been 10 weeks? Oh yeah, because I guess so. Because it would have started on the.
We've done this 10 times.
No.
It started what? Because there wasn't one on New Year's. It was on the 18th. So it started on the 18th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9. So I guess episode 10 would be on the next week, and then episode 11 is going to be on the 5th. I know we get episodes up to the beginning of March. I don't think we get anything after the beginning of March. I think we're on on a break after that.
So what do you think is gonna happen? Like next week, I think we're just gonna have Gabby and Falco meet like other Eldians or whatever, and they'll be like, "Oh, just like us," and then think about what's his name said. What's his name?
I don't know who you talking about.
Yeah, we don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Reiner. Think about what
Yeah.
Reiner said about them like not really being devils.
Yeah, like when they were at that dinner in like I think the first or second episode.
Yeah.
I think that's what she's gonna think of, but I don't think it's gonna change her mind.
I think Falco's gonna have to kill Gabby.
Gang, I hope you do. I would love.
Yeah,
to
what's
see-
the name of the episode, Mike?
Not
this one, but
next week's.
Isn't
Yeah,
it like
I think
Deception or something?
Deception. Yeah, something like that.
Deception.
No, Deception. It's Deceiver.
Oh.
Deceiver. So Deception, yes, but it's Deceiver. The one doing the deception.
Ooh,
Oh man. But yeah, no,
Ooh.
I think eventually Falco's gonna have to kill Gabby because I think Falco's gonna end up siding. Falco seems like he's one of those like people like Aaron, Armin, exactly. That is like able to see the good in everybody.
Which is really annoying.
Yeah, at times it is. It can be, yeah. But
sometimes you need.
Go ahead.
I said sometimes you need peace.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you do need peace, especially in a world that they've been living in. So obviously nobody's death happened this episode, because there's nothing wild happened. So we think the next couple episodes are gonna be kind of boring.
Yeah, because my death. Sorry, go ahead, Claude.
I think the next episode is gonna be boring. I don't know about. I think the next episode may be boring all the way up until the end.
Fair enough.
That's my prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a
'cause
fair.
I think my death is like something like big happens, and I think that's going to be like the next like big thing to happen. So I think it's going to be a while, a couple
Okay.
episodes maybe.
All right. Yeah.
But not really to go off of a lot this episode.
There really wasn't a whole lot to go off on this episode. This is definitely one of those ones where I gotta go back and rewatch it again because a lot of it kind of, went over my head, or I just didn't. I guess that's the definition of going over my head, is not picking it up. But y'all got final closing thoughts?
Wait, I think my death is gonna be a while from now because I know where it happens, and I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Yeah, I think mine is towards the later episodes, towards the end.
Okay, I guess we all don't have the same one. That's good.
Yeah. So, or towards like the closer episodes or whatever, or the closer closer to the end episodes, I guess.
I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
You're picking it up. All right, but yeah, that's it. I thought I had an. Oh no, that's what it is. So we'll be back next week, obviously next Sunday. Actually on time next Sunday. It'll be 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Twitch.tv/regulargamingguys_ doing our watch along to episode 70 Deceiver. But until next time, let us know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. Leave a like, all that good stuff. Follow the channel, subscribe to the channel, do that stuff. It's fun. It's good. It helps us. It helps you. Everybody wins. We all get a win. But Twitch, I'll see you guys next time. YouTube, I'll catch you when I catch you, if I ever do. So, bye guys.